Fairfield Media Productions is proud to present FCA on LSN and FMP Sports on fairfieldmedia.tv.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by
Service Master Clean by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster and Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
Let Matt Gray motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at maxspeaking.com.
In Focus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law Offices. Online at weaver-law.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Hi, I'm Mark Davidson. Welcome to Take It to the Field with Coach Dave Dobbmeyer. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great, Mark. Thanks.
Big win last week over Ridgemont and Golden Gophers, put you at 6-2. You want to talk about that game?
Yeah, Mark, it was, I said to a lot of people that we really kind of front-loaded the difficulty of our schedule this year, especially weeks 3, 4, and 5, and we knew that we moved into the second half of the season that we would be matched up with teams that probably we could compete with a little bit better. Ridgemont kind of surprised us because they came into the end of the season into our game 5-2, so it was a lot of playoff points on the line and all that kind of stuff. But as we looked at them on film, we noticed that several different things. Number one, every game when they had, Mark, was against a team that had not won a game. So in other words, everybody they played was 0-6 or 0-5 or whatever. And so we felt the record was a little bit inflated. We had to travel 2 hours up there to play them. But we felt pretty confident on the way up there that we would do the job. And guys came out early, hit hard. Ben had another unbelievable night, 426 yards, I think it was. The offensive line improved. Collins getting a lot better at quarterback. Taylor Kopp doing real well for us at tight end. So even though the competition probably wasn't as good as maybe Dayton Christian or some of those others, we see a lot of good things going on with our football team, and we're pleased where we are.
And the win again puts you at 6-2, which is 8th in the region for playoffs. How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, it throws us right in the midst of it. Eighth means that if the playoffs are held today, we get in. Top 8 get in. But we have a big game tonight against Dayton Jefferson. Dayton Jefferson comes in 5-2. They actually only have a 9-game schedule. But, they're a very, very capable football team. They have some great athletes. So, again, we think we like the advantage. First of all, they got to travel about 2 hours to come over here and play us. Our guys are poised. They really understand what this football game means to our program. Dayton Jefferson is 9th in their region. They're Division 6 as well. They're in a different region. So they're 9th. We're 8th. We told our guys, one of these two football teams is probably going to get in the playoffs as a result of this game. So we believe our guys are primed and ready to play.
All right, thank you, Coach. Tonight, Dayton Jefferson, it's at 6 o'clock kickoff. All right, that's up next, first quarter play on FCA on LSN.
ServiceMaster Clean by Todd.
So, do you have any questions?
What is your soup of the day?
We have a mulligatawny soup.
Oh, do you have any specials?
We have a steak special today.
Oh, how's that cooked?
That's pan-seared and then...
Does it come with a side dish? Is it grilled? Can I have it steamed? So, what do you recommend? What kind of pie do you have? You're an actor. Aren't you from Ohio?
Any questions?
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
Dear Father, we come to you today, Lord. We thank you for today. We thank you for
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
All right. From Jim Rockwell Stadium in New Lexington, Ohio. Hi again, everybody. Jack Davison along my old pal Ovaltine Andrew Gerken. Tonight, it's the Jefferson Broncos, with a record of 5-2, against the FCA Knights, coached by Dave Daubenmeyer, a record of 6-2. Now, this is going to be a great game, Andrew, because both teams are in playoff contention.
Yeah, that's definitely going to make them drive or put a spark in them to try and win this game. And I know the Knights they're looking to get a little bit higher in the playoff standing. I've been talking to a couple of players who are like, we're playoff bound, and I'd be like, yeah, you're playoff bound, but we need to win this next couple of games.
Broncos are 9th in their region in the playoff rankings, and FCA is 8th, so there's going to be a lot of playoff points on the line tonight. Broncos coached by Jarrell Freeman, and FCA again coached by Dave Daubenmeyer. Last game, FCA beat Ridgemont by a score of 67-14. Ben Tobin broke his own school record with 426 yards rushing, 6 TDs. Colin Young was 3 for 7 in the passing game, 115 yards, pass for 2 touchdowns. The FCA Knights' 3rd win in a row. Tonight's officials: Gene Best, Chris Menopause, Randy Schreiber, Aaron Wall, and Scott Butte.
You could say it's a little windy.
It is a typical October day here in New Lex. FCA will be going right to left on your television screen. Want to remind you tonight's FCA LSN Game of the Week brought to you by ServiceMaster Clean by Todd George. Hope you get clean and stay that way at work, at home, when they demonstrate their commitment to excellence, and their promise to do the job right or do it over. ServiceMaster Clean by Todd George can be contacted 740-687-1077. We thank Todd George for supporting FCA Sports.
State Jefferson comes into this game 5-2 tonight.
12 minutes on the scoreboard.
6-2. Big game tonight.
Collins tees the ball up at the 40.
As Junior Collins lines up tonight.
Jamonte Watson and Damian Ferguson back in dual safety. Watson is quite a running back. Here's the approach. Squib kick.
Oh.
Ferguson.
Having trouble keeping hold of that.
Check that. That's C.B. Mitchell. And Mitchell gets up to close to the 30-yard line. First down for the Broncos. Today's starting lineup brought to you by Weaver Law Offices, dedicated to serving all of Central Ohio with competent, qualified, and timely legal assistance at reasonable rates. Roger Weaver is a name you know, experience you can trust. Weaver Law Offices can be contacted at 614-834-1750 or online at weaver-law.com. We thank Roger Weaver for supporting FCA Sports on LSN. Quarterback is Dylan Wright. Backs in the eye. Give to Watson.
Now, you said something about Watson here early. You said he's quite a running back. Would you compare him to Heath Harding from Dayton Christian?
That was one game I did not see, so I don't know. But Watson is a quick running back.
I remember that game well.
These are two comparable teams, two evenly matched teams. So this will be a good game tonight.
Should be.
Dargan is the up back. Watson, the ball gets over the 30. Brought down by Joshua Coleman. Bring up third down.
Knights are playing their safeties up again. They're expecting the run a little bit.
3rd and 4. Ball at the 32. Last 2 games of the season for the Knights. Tonight, Jefferson, they're from the Dayton area. Next week, the home finale against Grove City Christian. Watson on the pitch. First down, out of bounds, across the 40. They'll move the chains.
So that's a good opening couple of downs for Dayton Jefferson. Solid yards. No need to rush. You got plenty of time to score.
.10:31 here in the first quarter of action. Right to Watson. Good gain on first down and bring up second.
Now tonight you might not see a lot of Josh Heater playing defensive, maybe not even offensive a lot, because he tore a ligament in his ankle. And that's a recent injury. Kept him a little bit crippled. I guess, I mean, there's no other word for it. I couldn't think of anything, but. And they still have Lane Tillman out for that concussion. Recovery, I should say.
Brand up the middle, across the 50 for a first down.
Dante Bland. That's a big dude.
Dante Bland, a junior, 6'2", 282 pounds. Move the chains.
Just inside Knights territory, spotted at 49.
Wright leads them out of the huddle. Bland across the 50, and he's moved back. Might have gained a yard.
Shelby Woodall.
Second and long.
Again on the carry. Brought down by the...
I've seen Ben Tobin in the backfield 2 or 3 times now. He's breaking right past that offensive line. But unfortunately, they're running it to the wrong side for him to be able to make a play. But it's good effort by him.
2nd and 10, ball on the 49-yard line for the Knights as the Broncos break the huddle. Watson now the deep back. Gives a fumble. Picked up.
There goes Taylor Kopp.
Kopp inside the 30. First down, Knights.
That's a good job by Taylor Kopp to lower his shoulder and just hit the guy in front of him as hard as he possibly can to keep the play going.
Ball just popped out on that exchange.
Turn the ball over for the Knights.
A game like this, Andrew, turnovers are huge. Any coach will tell you, if you can win the turnover battle,
probably win the game.
You probably win the game. Young at quarterback, to his left, Ben Tobin. Ball at the 29. Direct snap to Tobin. Up the middle. And procedure penalty on the Knights, moving back 5 yards.
And we have a mic on the ref today, which is nice. Might be able to actually hear what he's saying. So
ball on the 34.
1st and 15 for the Knights. 8:47 left to play.
Direct snap to Tobin. Legs moving across the 30.
Might have
5.
Yeah, might have got back to that their original spot. The 29, so.
2nd and 10 on the 29. Original line of scrimmage, left hash. Gall and Lee up to the top of the screen. Fumble. Tobin's hit. He might get back the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a yard. It'll be 3rd and long.
A little problem there on the direct snap.
Four down territory for the Knights here. Gall the up back, Tobin the deep back. Draw to Tobin, met and dropped for maybe a yard loss.
Tobin again, the ball carrier, brought down by Lamont Ragler.
Inside the 30, it'll be 4th down for the Knights. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Young calling the signals. It's a snap. Steps up into the pocket, throws, almost intercepted, and the Knights will turn the ball over on downs.
Nice pass.
7 minutes to go, first quarter of play. Broncos with their 2nd drive of the night. 2nd possession starts at their own 30.
Even up in the booth, you're not protected from the wind.
It's a little chilly tonight.
Just a little bit.
Cameraman Scott West is dressed like a Nordic Viking.
Oh, he took his hat off today.
Caught, breaks a tackle. Down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Pass was completed to Devon Douglas.
It was very close to a breakaway there. That would not have been something that the Knights wanted to start out on here.
Pushed out of bounds at the Knights 45.
First down, 25-yard gain. Watson, the deep back. Right, back to pass, rolls right. Throws, caught. Douglas on the catch. Shy of the 40.
The receiver pulls it in just at the 40.
5-yard gain, and it will be 2nd and 5.
I really don't understand how those football players can not wear long sleeves. Even when they're still playing, it's really cold.
It's all in the mind, my friend.
Yeah, I guess so. Play clock down to about... Never mind. An equipment problem with Junior Collins. Play clock will reset to 20.
Right over center. Watson spins. He'll be close to a first down. Be 3rd and I think 1.
Watson, the carrier.
Right. His receiver. It's funny. Funny gets a first down. Aljamir Funny on the reception.
Aljamir Funny was second on the receiving end of that.
I thought you were saying it was funny.
It was funny on the reception.
Well, I meant like,
Aljamir
I thought
Funny.
you were saying like it was funny how he, or never mind.
Nope. Aljamir Funny, good looking wide receiver for Dayton Jefferson. 1st and 10 on the 28. I'm not trying to be funny, that's funny. Split out to the left. Watson hits the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he gets stuck on the back of his lineman there, and he couldn't get around before a couple of the Knights got him.
Stop with Watson on the carry.
2nd and 10, no gain.
Gain of under a yard. 2nd down.
And we got timeout. Dayton Jefferson, 4:43 to go here in the first quarter of play. No score, FCA and Dayton Jefferson on LSN.
And the first quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you by Thompson Concrete, a full-service company offering commercial, residential, decorative, excavation, and foundation services with the ability to handle every detail of large, complex concrete projects. Thompson Concrete is located in Carroll, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-756-7256 or online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Wednesday and Friday, they're currently building pumpkin catapults to be launched on October.
There you see the defensive staff for FCA, and there's the Jefferson group along the way. There's the FCA coaching staff. Coach Norm Emmets talking to the crew.
Also, there's open gym for high school boys basketball every Tuesday and Thursday.
4:43 to go now here in first quarter of play. 2nd and 9. Will mark the ball at the 27-yard line. Dargan is the up back. Pitch to Watson. Turns the corner. He's got a seam. He made go. Touchdown, Broncos. 27-yard touchdown run for DeMonte Watson.
There was a good block in there. Somebody, I didn't get the number, but they got a nice block on Brian Miller, and he's not an easy guy to block.
Watson is a good-looking running back, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it.
So 4:34 to go. DeMonte Watson with a 27-yard touchdown run, and they'll go for 2. Watson is the deep back. Bland out wide to the left in motion. Pitch to Watson. Penalty flag on the play. He's brought down, and we will see what the infraction is all about. Might be holding.
Well, whatever it was, it looks like it was declined. Thought I saw a little hand motion. It was a chop block.
So 4:34 to go here. First quarter of play. FCA's down. Broncos lead the Knights 6-0 on LSN.
And FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by N-Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. N-Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
Along with Andrew Gerken, Jack Davidson high atop Jim Rockwell Stadium here in New Lexington, Ohio. FCA with a record of 6-2, playing Jefferson Township. The Broncos with a record of 5-2. Jefferson's losses this year have been to undefeated teams. They don't have a win against a school with a winning record. But these are two evenly matched teams. Bronco defense stuffed the Knights on their first possession. Now the Knights are about ready to get the ball back. Here is the kickoff.
See if they can put some points on the board.
Shelby Woodall will be kicking off, 6'3" sophomore. Nice kick. Tobin has it. 15, drops it, picks it up.
There he goes.
Up across the 35.
He's doing what he does best, running the ball. I've seen a lot of good running backs this season, but a lot of them don't compare to Ben Tobin.
Ben Tobin returns
Knights start at their own 36 for their second possession of the game.
Hopefully they can put some points on the board this time.
Been direct snapping to Tobin a lot in this formation. There's a pass.
Not just direct snapping.
There's a penalty flag on the play. Caught by Walker, but it may come back. 2 flags on the play.
Might have been forward lateral or something like that. 2 forward passes. I don't know.
Legal block has a bring up second down.
That's a shame. That was a good chunk of yards, and Jacob Walker's walking off the field now with limping a little bit. That was a well-designed play, and it worked out just fine for him. But now, I mean, you can't really do it again because they know that that would be coming.
Well, with Coach Dollenmeyer, anything's possible.
That's true.
1st and 20 on the 23. Tobin. Short gain will bring up second and long.
Tobin's having a tough time running the ball today, a little bit. The defensive line for Dayton Jefferson is quite big.
Ball on the 27, 2nd and 19, penalty flag.
Get an
offside on the Broncos. Five free yards for the Knights. We'll bring up second and still long, but it'll be 2nd and 14. Mark the ball at the 32.
5 yards, still second down, 2nd and 14.
Tobin tried to hurdle a tackler and gets across the 35.
I don't think he tried to hurdle him. I think that guy got really low and pushed his legs up. That was a good tackle.
3rd and 10.
Gosh, all this wind. Make the papers fly everywhere.
Lee and Gall out to the right. Collins to the left. Pass to
Joey
Gall, and he's thrown for a loss. 4th down. Knights will punt it away for the first time tonight.
The switch in possession was a turnover, right?
That's right.
Okay, I'm just making sure we didn't throw a pick or something that I missed.
Actually, the Knights turned it over on downs.
Right.
Their first time, but Jefferson turned it over. There's a wobbly kick that the wind gets a hold of, hits shy of the 40 and takes a Bronco bounce. Brian Miller will down the ball inside the 45-yard line. 2:22 to go, 6-0 Broncos up.
The defense for the Knights is going to have to step it up and not let them score.
Dylan Wright gets the play from the sidelines, comes into the huddle along with Devon Douglas. Three wide receivers to the left for the Broncos. Pass, it was incomplete. Intended receiver was C.V. Mitchell. It almost looked like a trick play, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. A good stutter step off the line, drops back. Easy pass there, but got to catch it.
Yeah, it looked like he was getting ready to maybe throw it.
Maybe
before
maybe
he caught it. It's a page out of the Knights playbook. 2nd and 10, 2:18 to go. Ball on the 43.
Flag down.
Dante Bland tries to break a tackle, but he's tied up and brought down at the 40.
Looks like it might have been a false start.
Be a loss of 3. You're right. Good eyes. False start. Dayton Jefferson. Penalty would be a decline. 3rd and long. .2:11 to go, first quarter. Plenty of time on the play clock. Play clock's at 18. Right. Back to pass, flushed out, throws, it is caught, and Devon Douglas steps out of bounds.
That's 6 to 7 yards away from the first down.
Mark it at the 47. It'll be a punting situation for the Broncos.
Scoreboard's calling it 1st and 6.
Not 1st and 6, not. It's about 4th and 7.
It is. You're right, it looks like we got a little problem over there.
Looks like the Broncos may be going for it, unless it's a quick kick. High snap. Right, will pick it up. Throws long, it is caught.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. They'll turn the ball over on downs. Well, that's a great play by Dylan Wright to keep the play alive.
Yeah, it was a good throw.
You're right, good throw too. I mean, he's going across his body and throws across his body. Momentum going the other way. Yeah, good strong arm. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Good field position. Mark it at the Dayton Jefferson 47. Backs in the eye. Young, the quarterback, gives to Tobin. Hits the 45, up to the 40, across the 40, close to a first down.
So it's windy and now it's very bright. Oh, well, it's still good day for football.
Absolutely. Tobin gets up limping a little bit. It'll be 2nd and short. I'll call it 2nd and 2 on the 39. Walker is wide left and Lee is wide right. Tobin up the middle's got the first down. Cross the 35 to about the 33. They'll move the chains.
We got a flag down. Face mask.
Face mask on the Broncos?
Think so.
And Tobin is limping a little more. Face mask on the Broncos. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Automatic first down, though.
Ball at the 28. Coming up on the 1-minute mark. First quarter of play. Young throws long, incomplete. Walker nearly had it.
That was a hard hit.
Walker gets up, going back to the huddle a little bit gingerly.
He had a previous shoulder injury, I believe. And that was a hard hit, and that was a high hit, too.
48.5 seconds to go. Second and 10. Tobin hit, keeps the legs moving. He's got a lane, he may go! 28-yard touchdown for Ben Tobin. I'm going to say 27-yard touchdown for Ben Tobin.
Hit in the backfield, and he goes all the way. Or, well, the rest of the way, I should say.
Good run by Ben Tobin to find the opening on that left side. 40.3 seconds to go. We're tied at 6. Junior Collins will be on the field now to attempt the point after. They'll spot the ball at the 10. Colin Young will hold. "10 seconds on the play clock, and there's the kick, and it is good. Timeout on the field with 40.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Knights take a 7-6 lead over Dayton Jefferson on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Ohio Christian University, committed to offering a complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, families, and the world. Ohio Christian University is online at ohiochristian.edu.
Mitchell and Watson are back in dual safety, standing at about their 10 or 11 yard line. Collins will count the special teams unit as they break the huddle. FCA with a 1-point lead. Kind of what we expected, isn't it, Andrew?
Yeah.
We expected
it's
a good close game.
Yeah. Looks a little like the OSU-Purdue game.
Short kick. Mitchell will come up and pick it up at the 25. He'll go left, breaks a tackle. Collins is there, brought down by Brian Miller. Good pursuit by Miller.
Well, it's not just that. He missed the tackle. He's laying on the ground. He gets back up, turns around, and he's right there. Great job making the tackle there.
1st and 10 for the Broncos on their own 24-yard line.
We have a whooping crowd today.
Literally. Right over center. Throws to the left, caught. That is Devon Douglas for a short gain. We'll bring up 2nd and we'll say 2nd and 7. 20 seconds to go. As the sun sets behind the clouds and the tree line here in New Lexington. It's going to get cold in a hurry.
Yeah.
It's already a little bit chilly up here.
I'm glad I brought a sweatshirt.
Glad I brought my hoodie.
Well, you're wearing a hoodie and a jacket.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Timeout on the field. FCA leads after 1 quarter of play, 7-6 over Dayton Jefferson on LSN.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Service Clean by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
Let Matt Gray motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at maxspeaking.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Second quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a graded facility. They have outside storage for RVs and boats, and they are Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage is located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them on the web at ffministorage.com. Shot of the line there.
2nd and 8 on the 27. Right to Funny. To the 30, across the 30. Dropped by Brian Miller.
He's excited.
Hey, coaches were trying to get the team up before the game as I was out over there getting my traditional popcorn before the first quarter of play, and the coaches were saying, come on, let's get up, Knights. And then the Knights were up the Knights were up, but Brian seems to be really pumped for this game.
And I don't think there's anybody more pumped than him. He walks up and down the line, getting the linemen psyched. That's just what you do.
3rd and 4 on the 30, timeout, Dayton Jefferson. So we'll take a timeout with 11:19 to go, first half of play. FCA leads 7-6 on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Central Ohio General Surgeons. They're physicians who have advanced training that allows them to perform invasive procedures for their patients. At Central Ohio General Surgeons, your appointment includes time for examination and discussion, so please feel free to ask questions at any time. Central Ohio General Surgeons can be contacted at 740-654-6213 or online at centralohiogeneralsurgeons.com.
It's 52 degrees presently. It's 52 at game time. It has not changed, but it will once the sun goes behind those trees and clouds. Good football, good football weather, though, you know?
A little chilly for my liking, but...
Well, that's why you're a basketball player.
Well, I did play football last year. We had a cold game like this. Passed around the little thing that you stick your hands in.
The hand warmer?
Yeah, that thing.
That thing.
We passed
all
around
the technical terms. 3rd and 4 on the 30. Wright gives to Watson. He gets across the 30 to the 32.
Austin Dixon brought him down. Look at that.
And the Knights are pumped. Austin Dixon with the tackle, along with Brian Miller. It'll mark it to 31.
They should be pumped.
And Colin Young will go back to receive this punt. He's standing at about his own 42-yard line.
And the Knights need to be pumped. I mean, they got to win this game if they want to secure a playoff position.
Coach Stoffmeyer said a couple weeks ago that if they run the table, they got a great chance of getting to the playoffs. There's a lot of computer points on the line here tonight, and that will be a delay of game on Dayton Jefferson. We'll back them up 5 yards. Could see that coming.
Sometimes you just miss it. You don't know how much time you have, and
they were late. They were late in running out some players here, and when they finally got set, it was about 4 seconds to go. High snap.
Oh, almost blocked by
Tobin. Great kick. Young will let it bounce inside the 35 to the 32 down there, and the Knights will take over. I was about ready to say penalty flag on the play, but Aljamir's funny shoes look like a penalty flag. They're bright yellow.
Lots of their shoes look like penalty flags.
No, excuse me, that is El Martino Dargan with the bright yellow shoes.
Well, I got 2 guys out there with the bright yellow shoes.
Got some players there wearing the pink socks and recognition of Breast Cancer Month, which is a nice, classy touch by the Jefferson players. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Young goes long, and it is incomplete. Walker was bumped out of bounds, but no call.
That was questionable there. They let it slide. I probably wouldn't have.
You might have said it was an uncatchable pass too, although I'm not certain about that. That happened right in front of us. Yeah. 2nd and 10 on the 32. Penalty flag. Offside, Broncos.
Penalties are killing the Broncos. Do you know how many yards they've given up in penalties? 'Cause it's a lot.
Well, I would say it's about 20 off the top of my head, because they had the delay of game.
That's 5.
Down here, 5. They had 2 offsides. That's another 5. That's 10. And then they had the 5-yard face mask. So it's at least 20 yards in penalties for them right now.
And then there was a false start, too.
Was there a false start? It'd be about 25 yards, a quarter of a football field. Tobin hit and dropped at the 40-yard line. Gain of a couple, bring up 3rd and short.
3rd and about 2. 3.
Dante Bland on the tackle. 9:45 to go here in the first half of play. As soon as this half is over, I think you and I are probably going to go down and get some hot chocolate, huh?
Yeah. Maybe 2 or 3 can last the rest of that game.
Young surveys the defense. Quarterback keeper, and I think he's got the first down as the lineman on the far side will mark it at about the 42.5, and if marks it where he's standing, that's enough for a first down.
Yep. Looks like they're signaling first down.
And it is. Boy, Colin got hit real hard on that good stick by the linebacking crew of Dayton Jefferson. Tobin picks a hold of the 45, thrown down there by Lamont Ragland. That'll be second and about 7. This is a good-looking football team, isn't it?
They're sound both offensively and defensively. Both of them, actually. I mean, besides the penalty yards, I haven't seen a lot that's really bad. It's just good defense and on both sides of the field.
Like 2 heavyweight sluggers slugging it out. Second and 7. Ball across the 45. Young overthrows Gall at about the 48.
Nice pass, incomplete.
Looked like Joey Gall got shoved in the back a little bit there. Maybe not.
3rd and 7 on the 45. Tonight's hot chocolate brought to you by the senior class at FCA. They're running a concession stand across the way. All the monies that they raise will be going to their mission trip in Alaska at the end of April, beginning of May. I'll have the honor of going with them as a senior trip chaperone. That ball's overthrown.
Yeah, you get rid of it quick. The defensive line for Jefferson was closing in pretty fast, and he didn't have a lot of room to move out of the pocket.
4th and 7, punting situation for the Knights. Talking to Mrs. Ralph, who is the teacher in charge of getting this trip together. We're going into Anchorage, then flying into Anchorage, and then driving up to Valdez, Alaska. When I get home tonight, I'm going to be looking at the map and seeing where this is at.
Well, that's not even the only trip that she's organizing. She's organizing a Mu Alpha Theta trip into San Diego.
Great punt by Young. Nearly a block in the back, no call, and Mitchell will get up shy of the 25-yard line.
He was ripped down by Tobin, and Levi Bailey's getting up a little gingerly. He was a guy who got blocked really hard.
Yes, he did.
Sheesh. This Dayton Jefferson team is a good hitting team. If you're not looking, they're going to hit you right in the back.
Well, that might have been a clean. That was certainly a good hard hit. There is a penalty flag on the play at the 34-yard line. Levi's going to be looked at a little bit. It might be on Dayton Jefferson, which, let's see. Maybe it's not on Dayton Jefferson. Let's see who it's on. They're talking to the FCA coaching staff.
Maybe they're asking if they want to accept it. Just kidding. I really don't know.
And they are going to take the penalty, I think.
What was the call?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Not.
Okay, let's see if we get a call here. Holding on Dayton Jefferson.
So
that'll bring it a 10-yard penalty, and it'll be a first down for the Knights.
All right.
Put the ball at the 45-yard line.
I was so confused.
Well, they looked like there was confusion on the sidelines there because they're asking Coach Daubmeyer if he wanted to accept it, and I don't know if the officials really. I think they were trying to explain to Coach Daubs the situation.
Before the kick, that means the kick is dead, and the Knights move up. Take over the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 for the Knights. I think the confusion was on the communication aspect from the part of the officials. Direct snap to Tobin. 45, 40, 35, 30, inside the 30. First down, Knights.
About the 27. That was a good-looking run.
Knights moved the chains.
About a 16-yarder there.
That 10-yard penalty really shot Jefferson in the foot. They would have had the ball at about their own 30-yard line, 27, 30-yard line. Right now the Knights are driving and got the ball 1st and 10 on the Bronco 29-yard line. Tobin maybe gains a yard. Brought down by Jeff Gaddy. I think Shelby Woodall was on the stop as well. Gain of 2, be 2nd and 8 on the 27. Tobin cuts back and dropped.
Wow. Geez, this team is going to hit you hard. I mean, that's what they're supposed to do, but dang.
That's what football's all about. Tobin with a short gain. It'll be 3rd and we'll say a long 4. Ball on the 24. So that's why they got Coach Tom Gill on the sideline. Nice. There was a nice article on Coach Gill in the Eagle Gazette a couple days ago on how he is a weightlifting coach for not only the FCA Knights but a number of players in the area. Young on the keeper, and he'll get shy of the 20.
I don't think he got it.
No, he didn't. It'll bring up 4th and short. Collins looking for a quick pass out to the right side. The wide receiver was covered, and so he tucked the ball and brings up 4th and about 1 on the 20. Last time the Knights had it in this position, 4th and 1, it was a quarterback keeper by Colin Young. Might do the same thing here over Brian Miller. It could give it to Ben Tobin. Fumble. Tobin gets it. And he stretches across the 20, and it's going to be close.
Might call for a measurement here.
Bronco coaching staff thinks that he's short.
Well,
I think the judicious thing is to measure because it's inside the 20, and looking out that far side, Andrew, it looks like he has to just get over the 20. It's about the 19 and a half. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Looks like it's inside the 20, so it's going to be close. Now, confab. It looks like they're going to bring the chains over. 5:48 to go. As Andrew's looking at our monitor, he's going to get a good look here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have binoculars like you do, so.
I don't think binoculars will work here.
Yeah, maybe. This is a good shot here by our cameraman, Blake Barr.
Stretch it out, and they're short.
That's all right.
Turnover on downs. The Broncos will get the ball inside their own 20. .548 to go. 1st and 10. We'll mark it, call it the 20-yard line. Knights up by 1, 7-6.
This is back and forth game here.
A hard-hitting football game on a chilly night in New Lexington.
I remember before the game started, I was sitting here getting everything ready, and the guy over in the booth beside us, I walked by and he goes, "I have a question for you. Where are your linemen?" And I'm like, "They're out there somewhere. You might not be able to see them." And I thought to myself, man, he must be used to bigger linemen.
There's some big linemen on this Bronco team.
Don't give
Handoff goes to Dargan, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, loses a couple, bring up second, we'll say a long 12. Ball on the 18. Tobin comes out.
Goes Austin Dixon in.
And Ben is getting an equipment adjustment, I believe. No, he's got a little cut on his forehead, so Coach Gill is going to wipe it off. Can't play when you're bleeding.
It's a good
Get
rule
to
to have.
Watson. He's got a lane, 30, and he is gone. No one's going to catch him. No flags on the play. That is a 82-yard touchdown run by DeMonte Watson.
Now it's really looking like the Purdue game.
And that kid's fast.
You said it.
Watson, 82 yards.
Oh,
that
man.
puts him over the 100-yard rushing mark tonight. He had a 27-yard run in the first quarter of play. 12-7 the score. FCA down by 5 and a 2-point conversion to follow. Bland is the deep back. Pass into the end zone, incomplete, and a good play there by Jeremiah Lita, knocked the ball away.
That was great defense.
Timeout on the field, 4:55 to go here in the first half of play. The Broncos lead the Knights 12-7 on LSN.
The FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Spires Paving Company, serving Lancaster and Fairfield County since 1984. They're a full-service pavement services company providing asphalt paving, patching and repairing, crack filling, and striping for residential, commercial, churches, and local municipalities. Spires Paving Company can be contacted at 740-653-6837 or online at spirespaving.com.
27-yard run by Watson in the first quarter gave Dayton Jefferson a 6-0 lead. They did not convert on the point after, so 6-0 early in this ball game. Tobin with a 27-yard run to counter. Point after was good, and FCA had a 7-6 lead briefly, but Watson now with an 82-yard touchdown run. The point after was no good, and it's a 12-7 Bronco lead with 4:55 to go here in the first half of play. Tobin and Walker back deep for the Knights. It's the approach by Woodall. Tobin gets it at the 18. Up the gut. Spins to the 45, to the 46. Good field position for the Knights.
Ben Tobin brings the ball back up. The 46-yard line for the Knights. Sean Hoffman, 5'9", 190-pound junior for the Broncos.
Knights will take the ball in good field position on their own 46-yard line. Matthew Beatty comes out. Now he comes back in. Play left tackle. Walker wide left, Lee wide right. Gall the up back, Tobin the deep back. Haven't seen Joey carry the ball yet tonight. Play action. Young to Walker.
Nope.
No, incomplete. Great try.
That was a good call. He was bobbling with it, and it came down and touched the ground before he had control. It was a good call.
It was a great pass by Young. Great effort by Walker to no avail.
That would have been a good chunk of yards.
That would have. That would have been inside the 20. It's 2nd and 10. Ball at the 46. Same formation. Young to Kopp, incomplete, just a little bit overthrown. Would have been close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and long.
Brian Miller had a really good block, and he's the center, so he snaps the ball, and he dove right at the feet of the guy in front of him who fell on top of him. That was a really good block there.
Young gets the play from the sideline, and Knights break the huddle. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Young steps up. Still going inside across the 50, about the 47.5-yard line.
Josh Coleman giving him one of those trust fall looking things. He's got him in his arms, keeping him up.
4th and we'll say a long 4 at the 48. Tyler Hamill comes in for the Knights. Heading out is Austin Mosley. And Colin Young will be in punt formation. He is going to stand at about the 43-yard line. High snap. Young gets the kick away. It'll hit inside the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and that's a touchback. 48-yard kick, touchback, gives the ball to the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. 3:39 to go. First half of play. Broncos up 12-7.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, a place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a graded facility. They have outside storage for RVs and boats, and they are Lancaster's source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage is located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them on the web at ffministorage.com.
Dylan Wright gives to Watson again. He's hit and dropped.
There's Josh Coleman on the stop. That was a good-looking hit.
It's enough for a first down. Mark the ball at the 31-yard line, gain of 11.
All threes on the... Oh, never mind.
There were all threes on the scoreboard. 3:33.
As I say it, they're getting rid of it. Oh, well.
Knights fans exhorting the defense. Wright throws outside of the pocket.
Intentional grounding?
No, he's outside the tackle box, so he could do that without being penalized.
Well, it was thrown on the sidelines, and that wasn't near the line of scrimmage.
There's no penalty flag on the play. Let's see. It's intentional grounding. A good call, Andrew.
Yeah, there wasn't any receiver in the area.
Lost it down. I thought he was outside the tackle box, but good call, my friend.
Well, the other thing you have to look for is there wasn't any receiver in the area. Wow,
there was not.
It was a long
penalty. You know what? There was no penalty flag on the play. They did not throw a penalty flag.
They did. Was it over on the sidelines?
Okay. All right. I didn't see it.
You might have.
I might have been looking at the shoes.
You saw it.
It's got to be the shoes.
Yeah, really. Although those are some pretty cool shoes.
They are. 2nd and 31 at the 10. Knights would love to get a stop here deep in the Bronco territory. It'll be 3rd and long. Knights with 3 timeouts left. Jefferson with 1. Knights would like to get the ball back in good field position so that they can...
35. Wow.
A touchdown here for the Knights would put them up by 1.
You're right. You are right.
3rd and 33. By the way, Watson runs the ball. That's nothing.
That's still a big chunk of yards, though.
That is a big chunk of yards.
I wouldn't want to have 33 yards to go.
3rd and 33. Give to the first back through. I believe that was Dargan, and he gets across the 10 to the 11. Timeout Knights with 2:21 to go, and they hopefully will get the ball in good field position. Timeout on the field. Broncos lead 12-7 on LSN.
The FCA on LSN halftime show is brought to you in part by the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home in Lancaster, Ohio, and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore, Ohio. They have a long and excellent history of serving our community in times of loss. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change, is available online at funeralhome.com.
Frank E. Smith sponsors our halftime programs, and when we don't have a halftime program, they sponsor it, and we thank Frank E. Smith for sponsoring halftime on LSN.
Getting close to the 2-minute mark.
Here you see Tom Gill headed back to the sideline. The Knights send out their punt return unit. Colin Young will stand at the Bronco 42-yard line. Jordan Jewett, I believe is the way you pronounce the name. He is the punter. High snap. Wobbly kick. It'll hit the 35, the 40, and...
Didn't it hit the guy's shoulder, so shouldn't it have been down at the 35?
Well, they dropped the beanbag there, but it'll be...
Thought it hit the guy's shoulder.
It did. It did hit a Jefferson player. And they're going to mark it.
There we go.
At the 36, it looks like. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Good call again, Andrew. You're 2 for 2. .212 to go. Tobin, the lone back in the backfield to the left of Colin Young. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Knights. Young, quick pass to Walker, flag on the play, and he is not going to go anywhere.
I'm going to give him a bear hug there. Looks like a chop block.
Chop block on the Knights.
Well, penalties are affecting both teams now.
Bring up 1st and long. We'll mark the ball at the 46. The Knights are ready to put the ball in play, but the officials aren't ready. 2:06 to go. It'll be 1st and 20 on the Bronco 46. Joshua Coleman heads out.
Doesn't look like there's maybe an equipment problem or...
Yeah, looks like it might be an equipment problem for Joshua. The coaches are getting in the equipment bag. Young on the draw. The Tobin crossed the 45, might have gotten to the 44.
He stumbled a little bit there. Still a good carry.
1:45 to go here in the first half of play. Knights with 2 timeouts, Broncos with 1. 2nd and 18 on the inside the 45, we'll say the 44. Wide receivers to the left and right. Young steps up in the pocket, he'll keep it. Got a lane to the 40. Better tuck the football in up to the 35.
Maybe 10 to go. Looks like he got up to the... Oh, no, a little further. He's a little bit further than the marker.
Let's see, timeout for the Knights. 1:17 to go here in the first half of play, and the Knights down by 5 to the Broncos. So tell me, basketball start for you already?
No, we're still doing open gyms. We actually have a scrimmage coming up here soon. So I'm looking forward to this.
When does practice officially start for you?
I really don't know. I haven't asked. I mean, we've just been open gyms Tuesdays and Thursdays.
should be pretty quick, right? Then you
Yeah,
got, as soon as you start practice, then you'll have some scrimmages, right?
Yeah, got to get ready for the season.
I think your first game is what, the end of November?
Actually, our first game is in December. The girls' first game is November 29th.
Okay. All right. I was looking at our broadcast schedule. I knew we had a game on the 29th. I didn't know if it was girls or boys.
That's the girls' game.
Okay.
I'm excited for basketball season.
Oh, you're a basketball player. You should be excited.
Well, I know, but
right?
but for the past 2 years I've been playing a fall sport. It's just you get the rush of the games, and I didn't feel it this fall, so it was an empty feeling there, and now it's coming up, so you know.
Good. Good.
It's good to be back.
Cop will be tight at right end. Walker out wide right, and Lee up to the top of the screen. The Knights will get set 2nd and 9, so Colin Young on that carry. Made it a manageable 2nd down. Give to Tobin up the middle. He'll gain a couple and bring up 3rd and probably about 6. Ball at the 37. Gain of 4. 57 seconds to go. Young rolls right, throws. He's got Tobin short of the 25, and he's going to be close to a first down. See where they mark his forward progress. They're going to mark at the 26, and if that's the case, it's going to be close to a first down. See if they measure it. 35.1 seconds to go. Timeout, and let's see. The officials will get together. And it'll be official timeout as they bring the chains in. Gene Bess is the referee tonight, and it is his 62nd birthday.
Happy birthday to him.
Absolutely. Last time the Knights measured, it was they were short, but this time they gained the first down. They've hurried to the line of scrimmage with 35.1 seconds to go. They're going to be ready to put the ball in play as soon as the chain gang is ready to stretch the chains on the far side. And here we go. And Young downs the ball quickly, spikes it. A couple seconds went off the clock.
We're done here. I'm going to have to do some jumping jacks.
I don't think the roof would hold you.
No, I don't mean here. I mean...
Oh, downstairs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, if you start doing jumping jacks on this roof, I'm going to be going down with you.
Hello, PA box.
2nd and 10 on the 26. Young throws. Walker's got it. Touchdown, Knights. 26-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Walker.
That was a good-looking pass. Oh my goodness. I don't think anybody could have put that ball anywhere any better than Colin did right there. That was a really good pass.
Point after to follow. Knights with a 1-point lead.
See if they can make it 2. Oh.
Young will hold. The ball will be spotted at the 10. Collins on for the point after. Ball down. Nope. 2-point conversion. Good. Pass to Ben Tobin. Nice fake by Colin Young. And the Knights take a 3-point lead on a 2-point conversion. Young to Tobin. Nice little trickery there by Coach Daubenmeyer and the Knights. So with 26.7 seconds to go here in the first half of play, the Knights take a 15-12 lead on LSN.
The FCA on the LSN is brought to you in part by N-Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. N-Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
That's a great fake by Colin Young as he put the ball down, and Collins was about ready to follow through with the kick. He had the whole defense going toward him, just rolled right and found Ben Tobin in the corner of the front end zone.
I was looking for the ball in the middle of the post.
Collins tees it up at the 40-yard line. Right hash. Squibb kick picked up by the Knights. Walker has it at the 41.
Good recovery. And it's just play after play after play. Walker's making a play, getting a touchdown. A good 2-point conversion to Ben Tobin, and now they have the ball back again with a chance to score again.
Nice little chicanery there by Coach Daubenmeier and the onside kick. The Knights, we'll see what they do here. They're going to go for some more points. They certainly can with 26.1 seconds to go. Walker out wide to the left.
Really wide.
Lee wide to the right. At the bottom of your screen, Young back to pass, throws, long. It is intercepted
at
the 15-yard line. Brought down horse collar on Walker, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Intercepted by...
I gotta say, I mean, that was a penalty, obviously, but he looked pretty cool doing it, sliding across the field.
Deshaun Douglas was the one on the interception. I'm not certain, but that turnover will give the ball to Dayton Jefferson. So Coach Daubenmeier was going for another 7.
Yes, he was. He didn't get it, though.
So, the 15-yard penalty will put the ball outside the 40-yard line with 17.4 seconds to go. Plenty of time now for the Broncos.
Plenty of time, but they still got to get the ball off quick.
Yeah, each team has 1 timeout remaining. Wright at his 37. Low snap, picks it up, rolls right, throws it out of bounds. And another penalty flag, and that's intentional grounding.
He was out of the pocket, but he still was no receiver in the area.
And the coaching staff at Dayton Jefferson is up in arms with that.
I would be too. That's 2 intentional grounding calls against him.
11 seconds to go.
Now that call results in a loss of down, right?
That is a loss of down. That's why the referee is putting his hand behind his head. Not because he can't hear us, but because it is a loss of down.
Well, he shouldn't be able to hear us in the first place.
Yeah. You know what is confusing for me when you're doing basketball and football is the traveling call in basketball is the same as a legal procedure here.
I've played basketball so long, I don't know, the transition is just easy.
You gotta get used to the different calls in the different sports.
It's something about the turf that makes me remember, hey, that's a false start, not a travel.
Right. Throws long. It's up in the air. It is intercepted by Walker at the 41 with 4 seconds to go.
Back-to-back picks. They're probably going to pull a Hail Mary or something. Maybe let the clock run out.
You might take a knee here with a 3-point lead. The Knights will get the ball, I believe, to start the second half on the kickoff.
You are correct.
So you might just take a knee and head to the locker room. Get some hot chocolate with the rest of us.
Yeah. It's cold.
Lee to the bottom of the screen. Walker up to the top of the screen. Young over center. And timeout, Knights. 4 seconds to go. Well, with this timeout, it kind of makes me believe that Coach Daubenmeier might be going for it.
That wouldn't surprise me. I may not play for Coach Daubenmeier, but for the past, 8 games, I've watched him go for it all the time. So he's like Urban Meyer, I think. He likes to go for it.
He's a fun coach to watch. He really is. Already had one trick play tonight. You want to count that surprise onside kick? It'd be 2.
I'd count it.
Got a short-staffed media team tonight, but their first class nonetheless. J.T. Burcham, Scott West, Harrison Poole, Dane Alexander, and Blake Barr, along with Andrew Gherkin. This is Jack Davidson. 4 seconds to go. 3-point lead for the Knights. Young over center. Should be the last play of the half. Young throws long, and it is picked off.
Oh, no.
And he's got a lane.
Walker's catching up to him.
Walker will bring him down. Fumble.
Stripped the ball, and it went out of bounds. That's good play there. He brought his hand down and stopped it.
And let's see here. The Knights are heading to the locker room, and that is the end of the first half. Timeout on the field. It's halftime here at New Lex. Knights lead Dayton Jefferson 15-12 at the half. This is FCA Sports on LSN.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
In Focus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Back here at New Lexington football field, Jim Rockwell football field to be exact. This is Jack Davidson along with Andrew Kirkin as the Knights lead by a score of 15-12 over Dayton Jefferson. Andrew, it's been a great first half.
It has. Very cold.
Very. Did you get your hot chocolate?
Yes, I did.
What do you think of Tamonte Watson, the running back from Dayton Jefferson?
He's so fast.
Yeah, he is.
And he's
great
got,
athlete.
He's got legs, too. He's not like just a fast kid. He's got moves. He will throw you left and go right.
I was talking to one of the Dayton Jefferson, in fact, parents, in fact, he's a statistician, telling me that this is not Watson's best sport. Basketball is his best sport. He has played, he's been their lockdown defender since he was a freshman.
Wow.
And, of course, Dayton Jefferson, I don't know if you know this or maybe remember it, but they were the 2010 state champs in basketball.
You know, I think I do remember that. That might have been the year that we had the fun buses.
It was, they have reached the division regional finals in basketball for the past 6 years. So they are a great basketball school, and boy, they got a good football team tonight, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They opened the scoring with a 27-yard run by Tamonte Watson. Point after was no good. FCA went on the board with a 27-yard run of their own, courtesy of Ben Tobin. The point after was good, and it was 7-6 Knights leading in the first quarter. Watson went on an 82-yard scamper. Point after no good, and they were ahead. Jefferson was ahead by a score of 12-7. And then the Knights, late in the first half, scored a 6-point Young to Walker 26-yard touchdown pass, and then Young to Tobin on a fake point after, good for a 2-point conversion. It was a 2-point conversion for Young, pass to Tobin, and that's your score, 15-12. Knights up by 3 points. So get the ball to start the third quarter of play. I was talking to Coach McFarland before I came up, and he's telling me the overtime rules. Each team will get a possession. They start at the 25-yard line, and the whoever leads after the possessions wins the ball game. So that's the overtime rules, much like college. Of course, you saw Ohio State today
won in overtime.
They won overtime.
Beat Purdue.
And so pretty similar in high school.
I think if Braxton Miller hadn't gotten a little banged up there, Kenny Guyton came in, we probably might have lost the game.
So the Knights will get ready to receive this opening kick from Dayton Jefferson. Tamonte Washington has 154 yards rushing in the first half of play. Good nights of work for Watson. And we're going to get the FCA stats here momentarily for you. As Jefferson comes out. Third quarter of action on FCA and LSN, brought to you in part by Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, where class sizes are small, so you get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, online at lancaster.ohiou.edu. Shelby Woodall is teeing the ball up there in the right part of your screen. Back deep, Ben Tobin and Jacob Walker. Walker will be at the top of your screen. Tobin the bottom. Here is the kick. Squibb fumbled, picked up by the Knights, and they'll start inside the 30. So the Knights offense, led by Colin Young, will come out, and they'll begin at their 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter. A lot of playoff implications here for both teams. Dayton Jefferson came in ranked 9th in computer points in their Division 6 Region 24. The Knights were ranked 8th in Region 23 of Division 6. Young to Tobin up the middle. 30, 40, 45, first down Knights. Great gain by Tobin to start the second half of play. Mark the ball at the 46. And that gain of 20 will bring up 1st and 10 for the Knights.
There we go.
Quarterback keeper by Young. He'll pick up about 4, maybe 5. We'll mark it at the 50. Pick up 4, 2nd and 6.
So what'd I miss?
What'd you miss? Were you able to get any stats?
Yes, I was. So the Knights at halftime had a total of 106 yards rushing and 3 yards passing. They're 3 of 12 in passing. Tobin has 85 and Colin has 21 yards. Rushing,
okay, and Tobin's thrown for a loss there. It'll be 3rd and long. So Tobin has about 80, what did you say, 85 yards?
85.
All right, so
close to that.
We're seeing 2 first-class runners here tonight in Ben Tobin, who leads all of Central Ohio in rushing. And
pretty sure he's like 4th in the nation.
And Tamonte Watson
or
is
something like that.
Comparable, to be quite honest with you. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. For the Knights, Tobin to the right of Young. Direct snap to Tobin. Cuts up. He's got a first down. He's got more. Nice move over Watson to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. First down Knights.
So close.
And just like that, Ben Tobin
definitely got over 100.
Got over 100 yards there, and he is close to Tamonte Watson's yardage. First and goal at the 4. Great cutback by Ben Tobin there.
Gosh, that was a huge hole too.
She'll be the first to tell you that the Knights line has done an outstanding job virtually all season.
Fantastic.
Young over center to Tobin, up the gut, and touchdown, Knights.
Oh, my goodness.
4 yards, touchdown for Ben Tobin. That puts the lead out to 9 for the Knights. And that was all pretty much Ben Tobin. Collins on for the point after with Young to hold. 9-point lead. Last time the Knights did this was a great fake by Colin Young. Through to Tobin in the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
So yeah, reverse digit scores right now.
Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good.
Never mind.
Timeout on the field with 10:17 to go. Third quarter play, and the Knights are up by 10. What a quick change of events this was, huh? To start the third quarter. Knights 22, Jefferson 12 on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Ohio Christian University, committed to offering a complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, families, and the world. Ohio Christian University is online at ohiochristian.edu.
These two teams started the first half of play. I did not see a quick score like that in the books. That Jefferson defense was outstanding in the first half.
It was outstanding, and they got a pick right there at the end after the onside kick, and then they threw a pick to the Knights. So it's kind of been a back and forth thing.
Collins with the kick.
Short kick.
Mitchell fields it at the 15, up to the 20. It's away from Miller. Only a block in the back, no call. There he's still going at the 25 to the 30. And he is brought down by Jacob Walker at the 38-yard line.
That's a good tackle. He grabbed around him, picked him up, and just fell on top of him. And that's all you can ask for.
Coach Dogmeyer is in the official's earful.
Where's the block in the back?
So 10:03 to go third quarter, and this will be the first possession for the Broncos. Dylan Wright, the quarterback, DeMonte Watson, and looks like Martino Dargan are the running backs. Quick pass to Funny over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Aljamir Funny.
Funny, the receiver.
Be second and we'll say a long 4. Mark the ball at the 43-yard line. Not too many fans on the other side for Dayton Jefferson. Those who came a long way. It's about an hour, 45-minute trip for Dayton Jefferson. But there are coaches on the other side. We'll tell you that in a minute. Hand off to Dargan across the 45, close to a first down. Newark Catholic is here scouting the Knights for a potential first-round matchup. Of course, Newark Catholic is first in the region. And Grove City Christian is across the way, and the Knights play Grove City Christian next week in the final game of the season. Third and short. Say 3rd and 1 on the 46.
There's some bad blood between FCA and Grove City. That's the big rivalry. Probably closely rivaled by FCA and Tree of Life.
Watson cuts it up. He's got a first down and more. He's got a seam. He may go. 10-5 touchdown. Watson.
Well,
they with 9:10 to go. That was a 54-yard jaunt.
They answered that one pretty quick. Hey, we're not out of this yet.
We'll say it's a 54-yard touchdown because the scoreboard said it was on the 46. So Watson has touchdown runs of 27, 82, and 54 yards tonight. $9:10 to go, 22-18 the score, and they'll try the 2-point conversion. Bland is the deep back. To Bland, up the gut.
They haven't gotten that yet.
Stopped.
I think they've done that 2 or 3 times now and haven't gotten
They've
it
done it
once.
a couple times, and the last time they tried to pass in the end zone that was broken up by Lee. So timeout on the field with 9:10 to go here in the third quarter. Knights up by 4, and all that exchange with the 2 touchdowns. The Knights are up by 4 over the Broncos here on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Spires Paving Company, serving Lancaster and Fairfield County since 1984. They are full-service pavement and pavement service company, providing asphalt paving, patching and repairing, crack filling, and stripping for residential, commercial, churches, and local municipalities. Spires Paving Company can be contacted at 740-653-6837 or online at spirespavingcompany.com.
Shelby Woodall is teeing the ball up at the 40.
You're right. There are not a lot of people over there. I think we had more people when we went over to, what was the first game you and I called?
It's been so long ago.
Wildcats. Yeah, really.
Really, it has been. It's been so long ago.
Can't remember it.
There's a pooch kick. Tobin
Walls
gets it at the 18.
Caleb Walls was about to grab that and bounce right over his head.
And Tobin will be shy of the 40. First and 10 for the Knights. That's probably the wise play, is to get the ball into Ben Tobin's hands.
Just run it. You're eating up clock time and you're moving the ball forward.
So they'll mark it at the 38. First and 10 for the Knights, 9:04 to go. Third quarter of play. Along with Andrew Gherkin, Jack Davidson high atop at the Jim Rockwell Stadium here.
Looks like they got Heater back in. Or in for the first time tonight, I think.
He was in, I think, the last part of the first half. Give to Tobin around the right side, 40, 45, 46-yard line, second and short.
And it's good to see him getting in there and working with his foot, or his ankle, with the injury that he received recently.
And he is limping back to the huddle, so he's not at 100%.
No, he's not, but it's good to see him in the game.
This Heater has some good speed.
Good is an understatement.
Yeah, split out wide to the right. Walker wide left.
Nice.
First down for Young to the 45, across the 45, maybe the 44. First down for the Knights.
Close to 10 yards run there. Looked good, looked good.
And they'll call a timeout.
Official timeout.
Official timeout, as they're going to look at allow Devonnie Jones to go out. He takes his helmet off. Hope the young man's okay. It's a good job by the officials to notice a possible injury. It's a hard-hitting game. You want the players to
stay safe.
Stay safe, absolutely. First and 10 for the Knights at the 45. 8:15 to go. Third quarter. Tobin running hard to the 30. First down, Knights. Right now, the offensive line has opened up some huge holes for Ben Tobin.
That's a 15-yard gain right there.
Tell you, he's starting to pick up chunks of yards of 15, 20 yards a carry.
They're knocking on the door here.
Walker wide to the left. Heater to the bottom of your screen. Young over center. Tobin. Undercut, get shy of the 25, about maybe the 27.
2 or 3 yards there.
Second and 7.
I don't know if it's a hot chocolate or if it's just warming up, but I'm feeling a little bit warmer.
The winds died down, and I had hot chocolate at halftime too. It might be the hot chocolate. Keeper by Young. He'll have a first down across the 20 to about the 18. Tell you, when you key on Ben Tobin, it just opens up that inside quarterback keeper for Colin Young.
Well, the other thing it's opening up is the possibility for play action.
Absolutely.
You fake that handoff and they're probably going to bite on it, and you have a good pass there.
1st and 10 on the 18. Tobin. 15 to about the 12. 2nd and short. Say 2nd and a long 4, perhaps 5. They'll mark it at the 13. Hey, Coach Dahlmeyer has to be pleased the way the offense have come out to start this third quarter.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Gall and Heater to the top of the screen. Direct snap to Tobin.
Flag
to the 10. 5 inside the 5, but we have a penalty flag.
Looks like
on
a chop block, maybe?
Yeah, it might be on Josh Coleman. Let's see. It is. I don't want to accuse Josh Coleman of anything, but they threw it right at him.
I guess you kind of have to aim for the spot there.
Yeah, they threw it at the spot, and Joshua was right there on the ground. So, Joshua, if you're watching and it's not on you, forgive me, my friend. So that penalty moves the Knights back. They were in great field position. Now it's 2nd and long. 2nd and 14 on the 23. Tobin with the snap. Keeps the legs moving to the 15-yard line. It might back them up to the 16. So it'll be a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and long. Third and 7.
That audience mic we've set up has been working pretty well.
Kudos to the FCA media team.
Yeah.
Tobin to the left of Young. Direct snap to Tobin. Tries to get inside the 15 to maybe the 14. Pickup of a yard. 4th and we'll say
6.
6.
5.
Okay.
Close to, it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, it would be a long 5. You know, I think 6 would be a good call. 4th and 6. So the Knights will here in 4-down territory. Try to.
I know it's not Coach Dobbs' style, but I'd kick a field goal if I were him. Some points on the board, and you don't.
And that penalty on the right side of the line for the Knights will back them up 5, and now they may have to. Well, they may still go for it. This might be out of Collins' range. Last year, it wasn't out of Hayden Welch's range. Hayden could hit it from here.
Well, I'm sure Junior could have hit it from here, too.
He possibly could, but it'll be 4th and 10 on the 19. Young to Walker, touchdown, 19-yard pass.
Who needs a field goal now? Man, that was a good play. And wasn't that the same play that they had Jacob Walker score on last time?
I believe it was. It was a 26-yard pass last time. And this is 19 yards.
An easy
for the score.
Route. He
just got inside the cornerback.
That's all it was. It was an easy slant route, and he was 5 yards away from the end zone by the time he caught it.
And Collin put the ball where he needed to. 28-18, a 10-point lead for the Knights.
He's been accurate today. Collin has.
High snap, ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. Point after good. 4:22 to go, third quarter of play. Knights up now by 11, 29-18 over the Broncos of Dayton Jefferson on LSN.
The FCA on LSN game of the week is brought to you in part by Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
It was 15-12 at the half. Knights up by 3, but within the past
8 minutes.
Yeah, not even 8 minutes, right? That'd be
Not
like
even yet.
a little over 7.5 minutes. We've had a
call it
4-yard touchdown run by Ben Tobin, 54-yard touchdown run by Tamonte Watson, and a 19-yard touchdown pass, Young to Walker.
This is a high scoring. Well, it's fairly high scoring.
They have almost doubled their points of the first half. There's a ball to Mitchell at the 20, 25, 30, cuts back to the 40, 50, met by Mr. Matthew Beatty, and great field position for the Broncos.
Now let's see if they can capitalize on it.
First and 10 on the Knight 49. .4:14 to go, third quarter of play. Algemir Funny goes now wide right. Give us to Watson, and he'll gain maybe a yard or two.
That coach is upset.
Ben Tobin on the stop.
I can hear him over here. I
I'll
got a
say
headset on.
gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 48. .350 to go, third quarter of play. Dylan Wright leads them out of the huddle. Dargan the up back, Watson the deep back. Gives to Watson, cuts up, close to the 40. It'll be close to a first down, not quite. Third and short. Looks like Joey Gall on the stop. .320 to go. 3rd and 2 on the 41-yard line. Right. Pitch to Watson. He's got a first down to the 30. Keeps the legs moving across the 30. They'll move the chains.
3 guys in front of him, and he was still pushing. I don't know if that's good running or bad defense.
To think this is not his best sport. Under 3 minutes to go here, third quarter of play. Jack Davis along with Andrew Gherkin and the rest of the FCA media team. Tonight coming to you from New Lexington, Ohio. Next to last home game for the Knights. They'll play Grove City Christian this coming Friday.
That'll be a game to watch.
Yeah, this isn't too shabby, is it? There's Watson on the pitch. Cuts up. Cut down.
Number 6.
Tyler Hamill on the stop.
That's good defensive
Watson
effort.
down for a loss on the play. It hasn't happened with too much regularity in this game.
No, it hasn't.
29-18 the score, coming up on 2:10 to go in the third quarter of play. 2nd and 15. Ball's inside the 34. Right, steps up, hit, dropped.
Colin Young's playing very close defense for a safety. A little bit dangerous there, because if they throw a play action at you and you're rushing in to stop the run, there's nobody back there to stop the pass.
3rd and 15. The ball's on the 33-yard line. Funny out wide to the right. Wide to the left is Devon Douglas. Right will stop. And there's a false start on Dayton Jefferson. They'll move the ball back 5, and it'll be 3rd and 20.
It's how hard you press down on the button.
Ball is inside the 38-yard line. And timeout, Dayton Jefferson. Timeout on the field with 1:16 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Knights up by 11 on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Central Ohio General Surgeons. They are physicians who have advanced training that allows them to perform invasive procedures for their patients. At Central Ohio General Surgeons, your appointment includes time for examination and discussion, so please feel free to ask questions at any time. Central Ohio General Surgeons can be contacted at 740-654-6213 or online at centralohiogeneralsurgeons.com.
So 3rd and 20 for Dayton Jefferson. Ball's at the 38-yard line. Taking that timeout, they have 2 remaining as the Knights head out their defensive positions. Two wide receivers to the left for Jefferson. Right, standing at about his 43. Back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. Block in the back, no call. Caught by Watson.
They're going
to the
call
10,
that.
and they got a penalty flag at the 49.
And at the
there's a block
14.
in the back on Caleb Walls.
And then there's 2 penalty markers down at the 19 or so, the 14 or so. So there will be a couple of
hang in there,
here.
Caleb. I'll learn to pronounce your name.
W-A-L-Z. That's it.
Now they're talking to Coach Daubenmeyer as to what he wants to do here.
What? I have it. You said that there's a block in the back on an FCA player, but
no, it was they blocked an FCA player in the back.
Oh, okay, I see
they
what you're
blocked
saying.
Caleb in the back.
I'm confusing. I
Caleb,
thought we were calling the penalty on Caleb.
No, Caleb was the one that it was done to.
Looks like he's holding his back there a little bit.
So they'll back him up a little more.
Wow. How many yards do they have to go now?
Well, we'll let the scoreboard operator, tell us. Ball's marked at the Jefferson 41. 3rd and a boatload.
A boatload's an understatement.
Looks like a 3rd and close to 40.
Yeah, like 40 yards to go.
Right, throwing long. It is intercepted. No, it is caught.
Oh my goodness.
Thought Colin Young came down with it, but
he had that.
Shelby Woodall came down with the ball, and that'll be enough for a first down at the 15-yard line.
That was amazing.
Great catch by Shelby Woodall. 6'3" sophomore wide receiver for Jefferson.
Doesn't get much better than that.
1st and 10 on the Knights 15. 55.3 seconds to go. Knights up by 11. Now, Aljamir Funny goes out wide to the right. Douglas wide to the left. Watson, send it to the wide left. He's pushed out of bounds. Inside the 15 at about the 12.
Had to duck under those chains there.
Colin Young pushed him out of bounds. 36.8 seconds to go.
With 36.8 left in the 3rd
Dylan Wright getting the instructions from his coach on the sidelines. Now he's going to hustle into the huddle with 20 seconds to go on the play clock. I think we've seen with Dayton Jefferson, they can strike from any part of the field.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds to go on the play clock. Wright. Pitch to Watson. Cuts back to the 10, close to the 5.
There's no blocking on the play. All he's doing is a little stutter step to the left and going right, and he's making people miss all the time.
Tyler Hamill helped bring him down. 19 seconds, and we got a timeout as the officials are going to call in the chains to measure. We'll call them in on from the far side. 11-point lead for FCA is not a lot against this Jefferson team.
It's not as comfortable as you'd like it to be, but it's still a lead, so you got to live off what you got.
Absolutely. Here comes the stretch of the chains.
They got it.
First and goal. Inside the 10, I'm going to say it's at the 5-yard line. Looks like it's inside the 6. Watson, the deep back. And we got a penalty. Procedure on Jefferson. We'll back it up 5.
Penalties have been their Achilles heel tonight.
We'll put it at the 11, so it was at the 6. It'll be first and goal at the 11.
I mean, they're a solid team gaining yards, but they lose them just as quick as well.
Watson inside the 5. And that's the end of the third quarter. Timeout on the field. We got 3 quarters in the books. We go to the 4th. The Knights up 29-18 over Dayton Jefferson on LSN.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by...
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster and Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Fourth quarter action of the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit with integrated facility. They have outside storage for RVs and boats, and they are Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage is located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them on the web at ffministorage.com.
Demonte Watson with the touchdown to open up the fourth quarter of play.
Normally when you get a touchdown, you hear a lot of cheering, but they went silent. So I didn't know what was going on.
So Watson with a 3-yard touchdown run. He's got all the touchdowns tonight for Dayton Jefferson.
Because there's been good pass defense for the most part.
So now the point after, there'll be a 2-point conversion. They failed in
3 times.
3 times. Maybe the 4th time will be the charm for Dayton Jefferson. They're down by 5. 2-point conversion will put them down by a field goal, which is the margin that FCA led by start of the Third quarter, and there is Dante Bland for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, it is a 3-point lead, but a flag on the play. What is it, legal motion?
I thought I heard a legal shift.
Legal shift, it is. Legal shift on Jefferson. So they're going to back it up.
And redo it.
And redo it 5 yards. We'll put the ball at about the 8.
Man. That's got to upset you a little bit. I mean, you run it in, and it was a good play. And then you just got to back it up and do it over again.
So a 5-point lead for FCA, and Bland is now the deep back. Boy, I don't know why you wouldn't have Watson as the deep back, but thank goodness Bland is there, huh? There's a throw into the end zone. Nope. Incomplete.
Good call.
As the receiver, Funny, caught the ball, but he caught the ball out of bounds. So, 5-point lead for FCA with 11:57 to go in the ball game. FCA leads Dayton Jefferson 29-24 on LSN.
The FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Ohio Christian University, committed to offering a complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, families, and the world. Ohio Christian University is online at ohiochristian.edu.
Well, if holds true to form, Shelby Woodall, who will be doing the kickoff for Dayton Jefferson, will probably hit a low burner that'll hit at about the 40, and it'll be up either to the up men of FCA to field the ball or let it go through to Walker or Tobin, and they'll get the ball, and we'll see what happens here.
Any 4th, 5th, or 6th grade boy or girl interested in playing basketball this year, they may sign up by calling 654-2889 and ask for Mary Beth Dewey's 4th, 5th, or 6th grade boy.
Woodall is ready. We are too. Here's the kick.
And you called it right.
Hits at the 30 and will go out of bounds. And that penalty flag will get the ball to the Knights in good field position.
So now, do you eat up the clock and run it some more, or do you go try and pass it some?
You know what? I think you put points on the board any way you can, and that third quarter was a great quarter for the Knights as they doubled their point production. They came in with 15, for 2 quarters.
Got 2 touchdowns in a quarter.
Got 2 touchdowns in a quarter, and a lot of that was Ben Tobin running the ball. Of course, they had that pass to Walker.
That was helpful.
That was a 19-yard pass play. So I think the Knights just want to move the ball down the field and keep putting the points on the board. Heater wide right. Walker to the bottom of your screen. Tobin, the deep back. Tobin across the 35 to about the 37. Dargan on the tackle. Bring up 2nd and 7. Play action.
They bid on it.
Long to Walker.
Nope.
It is incomplete.
Good call. They bid on that play action too. I mean, the cornerbacks didn't. They've got to cover their man. But the linemen and the middle linebackers, they bid on that play action.
Deshaun Douglas was on the coverage, nearly had the interception. The ball hit the ground before he was able to catch it. So it'll be up 3rd and 7 on the 37. 2 wide receivers to the right. It's Walker and Heater. Heater's actually in a slot. Comp is down to the bottom of the screen. We'll see what the Knights do here. Draw play to Tobin. To the 40, maybe the 41. Will bring up 4th and long, and the Knights will punt the ball away.
Now, their draws have not been overly effective in this game. I mean, maybe 5 or 6 yards at most on a couple, but not too much forward progress from a draw.
Tyler Hamill comes in for Austin Mosley. Colin Young will kick the ball away from his 30. And we got a penalty flag on Dayton Jefferson, and that'll be close to a first down. That'll be offside. They mark it off 5 yards. It's going to be probably a first down for the Knights. It's going to be across the 45.
It is.
They need to get to the 45. I don't think they'll measure. I think they'll just call it a first down.
I would.
They do. Move the chains.
Good. I don't even know what happened. Was it when they
the left side of the line for Dayton Jefferson jumped. 10:33 to go. Young with the keeper, 5, 7, 8 yards. Be second and short. They could possibly do that again.
Probably.
Coming up on the 10-minute mark to go here in the ball game. 10:10 exactly. Heater wide right. Walker, bottom of the screen left. Tobin, the deep back, gives to Tobin. First down and more, across the 40 to about the 37. They'll move the chains. Temperature's now 48 degrees, dropped about 7 since the start of the game. Feels warmer though because of the wind has died down.
That and the fact that we had hot chocolate.
Absolutely. Young to Tobin. 35-30, first down. Knights. The Knights can win this ball game. What a big win it will be for them, because they will gain a bunch of computer points, which will go a long way to their quest to get in the playoffs this year.
I think they'll get in the playoffs this year. I honestly do. I don't see anything that can hold them back.
Yeah, a couple losses would.
Well, I remember hearing someone say, they said, Coach Dobbs said, if they stop the season right there, just before this game was over.
Fumble?
Before this game started.
Maybe? Let's see, and then Dayton Jefferson comes up with the ball.
Yeah, one of the players had said that Coach Dobb told them, you know, if this game never had happened, the season ended, they would have played Newark Catholic in the playoffs.
Yeah, the thing is, they got to play the game.
Yeah.
And they got about 8:51 to go. They're up by 5. I think for FCA, the motto is win and you're in. You win tonight and win next week, you're in.
Something like that.
You take all guesswork out of it. Bland, the deep back. Right, throws, intercepted by Jeremiah Lee to the 10, to the 5. No, he doesn't get to the 5, but a first down. Knights on the turnover. Boy, Lee jumped that route.
That's a good shot there. What a defensive play there. The wide receiver who that pass was intended for ran his route a little bit too fast, and Lee was right there. Wow.
So the Knights with a big turnover. They're in prime position now. First and goal on the Jefferson 8-yard line. Scoreboard says first and goal on the 9, but it's actually marked at the 8. Heater wide right, and we got Walker to the left. And we got a penalty flag and timeout FCA. Timeout on the field with 8:43 to go in the ball game. Knights lead by 5, and they're going to try to make it about 12 if they score here.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Spires Paving Company, serving Lancaster and Fairfield County since 1984. They're a full-service pavement services company, providing asphalt paving, patching and repairing, crack and filling and striping for residential, commercial churches, and local municipalities. Spires Paving Company can be reached at 740-653-6837 or online at spirespaving.com.
Too bad we don't have another camera up here. You get our cameraman Scott West, who's dressed in full Viking regalia up here in honor of Halloween. No,
We're getting closer to Halloween, though.
Yeah.
Should have worn it next week, Scott.
He's got the horned hat on
with a big beard.
With a big beard. He is so good looking in that, isn't he?
Yeah.
8:43 to go in the ball game. 2 timeouts each for Jefferson and the Knights.
He's a little upset because we had our hot chocolate.
First and goal for the Knights on the 8. Play clock begins to run. It's down to 20 seconds.
Oh!
And Tobin was greeted by Dante Bland.
Somebody got beat really bad there.
Mr. Bland said, "Hello, Ben."
My name is Mr. Bland.
That's
a good way to
That hit
introduce
was
them.
anything but bland, I'll tell you that. It's now second and goal at the, we'll say the 12, maybe 13-yard line.
Somewhere in there.
Knights going the wrong way now.
No.
Boy, quarterback keeper right over Brian Miller in the left side would look good right about now.
They got a big hole there.
Pitch to Tobin, to the 10, to the 5, inside the 5 to about the 2.
Yep.
Good hard run by Ben Tobin, brings up 3rd and short.
That makes up for that
goal.
Makes up for that little problem they had in the backfield earlier.
He tried to reach the ball in, but his knee had touched down.
Yep, that's a good call.
3rd and goal on the 2.
I think the crowd wants a touchdown.
I tell you, that crowd mic is working well tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Kudos to the media team.
I think we have someone sitting right underneath it.
5 seconds to go on the play clock. 3, 2, give to Tobin, touchdown Knights.
How many does that make for Tobin? Is that 3 or 4?
Well, let me add it up here, my dear friend. A 2-yard touchdown by Ben Tobin makes it now 35-24. Tobin with a 2-yard run, a 4-yard run, and a 27-yard run. So he's got 3 touchdowns on the night. Point after to follow, Junior Collins on the field. Colin Young will hold. Ball will be marked at the 10. 11-point lead for the Knights. Ball down, kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 7:08 to go in the ball game. Knights take a 12-point lead, 36-24 over Dayton Jefferson on LSN.
And the fourth quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, a place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a graded facility. They have outside storage for RVs and boats, and they are Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage is located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster. Find them on the web at ffministorage.com.
See, for Dayton Jefferson, Tamonte Watson has a 27-yard run, an 82-yard run, a 54-yard run, and a 3-yard run. Ben Tobin has runs of 27. These are touchdowns now. 27, 54, and 2 yards. And then Colin Young to Jacob Walker on 2 pass plays, 26-yard pass play and a 19-yard pass play. Mitchell brought down about the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dayton Jefferson. I cannot emphasize or overemphasize the importance of this football game for FCA.
And Dayton.
And Dayton, absolutely. It's a good football team. Both.
See a nice shot of Coach Gill there.
This is a good preparation. If both teams go on to the playoffs, they can look to this game as a as one that will prime them for the postseason. 1st and 10, 7:03 to go in the ball game. Watson with the carry, and he's brought down about the 44. Joey Gall over there on the stop, and Colin Young helps him out. Brian Miller there as well. No gain, 2nd and 10 at the 44. 6:45 to go in the ball game.
Good job by the Knights defense.
Knights up by 2 touchdowns. Watson the deep back. Wright throwing long.
Nope.
Overthrows his intended receiver.
That was good.
Aljamair Funny.
Jacob Walker was pressing him off to the left side, making sure that he was not going to get that.
3rd and long. And the way Jefferson's offense has worked tonight, this might be 4-down territory for them. Jefferson came in tonight. Their losses were to undefeated teams, but the caveat is that they don't have a win against the school with a winning record. Their record is 5-2. Wright back to pass, throwing long. It is incomplete. Devon Douglas, the intended receiver. Walker on the coverage. Make that Jeremiah Lee on the coverage. 6:11 to go. 4th and 10 at the 44-yard line for Jefferson. And let's see if they'll punt the ball away. Wright gets the play from the coaching staff on the Jefferson sideline, so it'll be 4th and 10, and it looks like they're going for it. Douglas and Funny wide to the left.
The crowd's pretty loud tonight.
And now we got a penalty flag, and it looks like a false start, and that's on Dayton Jefferson.
Yeah.
It looks like Devon Douglas was the player that did the unfortunate deed for Jefferson.
Oh. I think the crowd wants to stop.
Mitchell wide right, Funny wide left. Right, there's a bad snap at the 25. Wright picks it up. He's going to heave it long. It is caught, and no, incomplete. Intended receiver was C.V. Mitchell, and the Knights take over on downs. Boy, that was close.
Yeah, almost happened again.
Tell you, that Dylan Wright has quite an arm. 5'10" sophomore. He's only 138 pounds. Quite an athlete. Knights get the ball back on downs. 6:02 to go in the ball game. They're up by 2 touchdowns. Now here is where I think you just want to run the clock. I mean, you want to score again if you can. No turnovers, but just keep moving the football.
Yep.
Chew up the yards. Keeper by Young. Gaining maybe 4. 2nd and 6. Mark the ball at the 35. Coaches on the far sideline who are scouting this game for Grove City Christian and Newark Catholic have not left.
No, you got to stay here for the whole thing.
Of course, Grove City is the next opponent Friday night here at Senior Night, New Lex Field for FCA. And right now, as it stands, if the playoffs were to start tonight, FCA would be taking on Newark Catholic. Tobin to the 35 to the 34, and we got a penalty flag on the play, and that might be on Dayton Jefferson. And they're going to back it up. Face mask. 5-yard penalty gives the Knights a first down, I believe, at the 29-yard line.
I thought a face mask was 15 yards.
That was an unintentional face mask.
Okay,
so
I see.
Unintentional face mask would be just a 5-yard penalty. They're close to a first down, and they're not going to measure, which is kind of a surprise. Second and short. Ball on the 29, 15 seconds to go, 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Young has the clock going down right in front of him, the play clock right in front of him between the goalposts, so he's going to be able to see exactly how many seconds he has before he snaps. 4, 3, 2. There's a keeper by Young who gets the first down, keeps the feet moving across the 25. First down, the clock is stopped to move the chains. First down, Knights. Clock starts now with 4:40 to go. Knights will take their sweet old time getting to the line of scrimmage. And take this down to about 3:20. Or excuse me, 4:20 on the clock. 5 seconds on the play clock. Pitch to Tobin around left end. 20, cuts up, 15, 10, inside the 10. First down, Knights. 4:12 to go. Clock is stopped to move the chains.
Nice chords.
First and goal at the 9. Knights up by 2 touchdowns, trying to make it 3. They're trying to put the ball game away here. You look nervous. You praying?
No.
You're just watching the monitor, huh?
Yeah. It's hard for me to see when it's over that far to the left.
Tobin brought down on hard tackle.
The crowd
about the 6. I think the crowd wanted a horse collar. Ben kind of flew backwards there. I don't think it was a horse collar. I think it was just a good tackle, grabbing by the shoulder pads.
Boom. That's your wake-up call there.
3:28 to go. So the Knights can take this down to almost a 3-minute mark. Colin Young will head to the huddle to call the play. Second and goal at the 5. 10 seconds on the play clock. Young on the keeper. Touchdown, Knights. 3:03 to go in the ball game, and that should seal it. It's Colin Young with a 5-yard touchdown run with the point after the follow.
Reverse digit scores again.
Makes it 42-24 the Knights. And I tell you, after a slow first half for the Knights, they scored 15 points in the first half. They have put up a bunch here in the second half.
27.
27 to be exact. That's why you are good at math. That's why I'm in the ministry, so I can preach, I can talk. I can't add the figures like you can.
Yeah.
You're a legend, my friend. Colin Young to hold. Collins puts it through the uprights, and just like that, with 3:03 to go in the ball game, the Knights up by 19, 43-24 over Dayton Jefferson on LSN.
And FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
If this score holds true, the Knights will go to 7-2 on the season. Dayton Jefferson will fall to 5-3, and then the Knights get a little bit of a rest, and they will head to the final game of the season against Grove City Christian, against a team that they would love to beat. It is a rival. Thing about the teams in the MoCal, and you see this in basketball. FCA has a number of rivals. Grove City Christian, there's a short kick falling out at the 44, maybe at the 45-yard line. Jefferson gets the ball in great field position. But you have, as rivals in the MoCal for FCA. You have Tree of Life
for basketball
and baseball. In football, basketball, and baseball, it's Grove City Christian. And the one great thing for FCA as they go to the Mid-State League next year is that Grove City Christian goes with them in their conference. So they're going to be playing Grove City Christian, Byrne Union, Millersport, Fisher Catholic. So there's going to be some wonderful rivalries forming there for FCA, and it'll be fun to watch.
And the Grove City Fairfield Christian game, that's like the OSU Michigan game around here.
Pretty much. Right, under center, throwing long. He overthrows his intended receiver, Aljamir Funny, with Walker on the coverage. 2:56 to go in the game. 43-24, Knights up by 19.
The Corners' defense has been solid today. All they're doing is pushing them towards the out-of-bounds line on either side.
Joey Gall comes running off. Now he goes running in, and Austin Dixon comes running out. Joey is limping a bit. Right, rolls right. Check that. That's not right. That is Damian Ferguson on the carry. So Ferguson with a nice carry. Be 3rd and short. Funny comes in with the play. Ferguson, junior quarterback, 5'10", 165 pounds. 3 wide receivers to the left. Ferguson will keep it. He's got a first down and brought down.
That's
about
Michael
the 35.
Beatty again.
Brought down by Michael Beatty.
He is quite the athlete, and he's a freshman. He's very fast, and he's pretty big.
First and 10 on the 35, 2:41 to go. Clock is the enemy for Jefferson. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Ferguson gets the snap. Looks, rolls left, chased out of the pocket. Joey Gall's got him, puts him down for a loss.
I saw him sneaking up. He's sitting there at the linebacker position about the 30-yard line. Yeah, he walks up 2 steps, and he bolts right through the middle of the line.
Jefferson with 2 timeouts. They haven't used them yet. 2:20 to go. Clock is the FCA's friend. Taking a lot of time here. Game clock is now down to 2:10. Just started the play clock. Jefferson taking time getting the line of scrimmage. Bad snap. Ferguson gets it inside his zone 50, and he's brought down.
Taylor Kopp on the stop.
4th down.
Well, the Knights defense is on a motivation high right now.
Make it 3rd down, 3rd down and 16 on the 47. It's longer than 16. Let's be about 20. We'll call it 3rd and 22 on the 47. 1:20 to go. Knights are going to win their 7th game of the season tonight and gain a ton of computer points. Bad snap again. Ferguson rolling right.
Can't pass it now.
Brought down by Austin Mosley. Inside the 40 to about the 39. 53 seconds to go. Taylor Kopp gets up slowly and he'll jog to the huddle now. It'll be interesting to see early this next week how many computer points the Knights get and how far up in the standings they go.
I know I'll hear about it for sure.
4th and 14 on the 38. Of course, the Knights, the only time they played in the playoffs was against Newark Catholic
and that was
a couple
their
years ago.
undefeated season.
That was their undefeated season, is right. 20 seconds. Ferguson throwing long. It is incomplete. The Knights will get the ball back on downs.
You didn't see it, but Caleb Wallace came in, and I was very concerned they were going to throw a roughing the passer flag.
Walls just patted Ferguson on the head and said nice game, and Ferguson gave him a pat on the back, said nice game, my friend.
And it's great sportsmanship. He knocks him down, and he picks him right back up, says, hey, good job.
So timeout as the offense meets with Coach Stahlmeyer. We want to remind you, you can watch this game and all of the FCA games on a special website dedicated to Fairfield Media. And Andrew, why don't you tell them that?
This program will be on demand. It can be watched again at your discretion at fairfieldmedia.tv.
Our media team tonight, Andrew Gerken to my left, Scott West dressed in Viking gear to my right, JT Burcham, Harrison Poole, Dane Alexander, and Blake Barr. We thank all of them.
And Jack Davidson.
Well, I thank all of them for being a part of our telecast as the Knights take a victory formation. There's the snap, and this ball game belongs to the Knights.
Good game.
Final score here at New Lexington High School, Jim Rockwell Stadium. The Knights beat Dayton Jefferson by a score of 43-24. For Andrew Gerken and the FCA media team, this is Jack Davidson thanking you for watching FCA Sports on LSN. For this time till next time, have a great night, everybody.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
InFocus Consulting, the data agency, online at infocusconsulting.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
American Idol, they asked us to sum up our life goals, and I said I wanted to be a loving father and a faithful husband and a servant of all. And I think the servant of all, that's the main one, and I think that's what we're called to be. And it's to give our life for God, to give our life for those around us, to give our life for the good fight. My name is Jason Castro, and I am second.
FCA on LSN. Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.